The ultimate goal is to create an environmental and cultural theme throughout Ojibway Park that will allow for First Nation members and all our customers to utilize Ojibway Park as an educational experience in historical, cultural, and traditional teachings. Miigwech. Terry Sheehan was elected to the House of Commons on October 19, 2015, to be Sault Ste. Marie's federal representative in Ottawa. An accomplished business professional and lifelong resident of Sault Ste. Marie, Terry has served nearly 20 years on City Council and the Huron-Superior Catholic School Board. Well known for his strong work ethic, Terry was most recently employed as an employment and training consultant for the Ontario Ministry of Training, Colleges and Universities. His strong business background allows him to spot opportunities for economic success and job growth that will strengthen the community. We look forward to working with him as he brings Garden River First Nation and Aboriginal issues to the forefront in Ottawa. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Terry Sheehan.
She really appreciate that. So, I just got to grab my little package. I always bring it up here, but very rarely do I use all of it. Ani, good morning. Thank you very much, Chief. Your hard work is really appreciated, and I'm always reminded one of my first meetings in Ottawa was with you and your council, and we talked about a number of things, including this place as well. And you know, I appreciate you, your council, your economic development agencies' hard work and vision, you know, in creating, you know, these economic opportunities for Garden River First Nation. And you know, it's been great working with you, truly in a nation-to-nation manner and in a very open door concept. I'd like to call you a friend, you know, these days. So it's great to be here, and you know, I'd like to recognize everyone here too as well that came out on this beautiful day. I'd like to thank Elder Willard Pine for his wonderful words and recognize his continued commitment to the whole community here and the healing that he undertakes with people. So thank you very much, Willard, and to everyone. To FedNor, thank you very much. You know, in working and putting this together, you know, it's really important, you know, to have people at FedNor that are committed to seeing this area in Northern Ontario move forward. So I want to thank that staff as well. So, you know, I'm here today at Ojibway Park at Laughing Waters Beach to make a really special announcement. And listening to the rain coming off the roof right now reminds me when I go camping. We have a tent trailer. And one of my favorite times in camping is not only those sunny days where we're at the beach, but is sitting inside that tent trailer playing cards with the family or a board game and listening to the rain coming off the roof. So it's a very nice sound today. So one of the things that we're here to do is talk about is this KIP investment, this Canada 150 fund that was set up. And when we took power, we changed the criteria to make it, in my opinion, more inclusive, and to put an emphasis on a number of various areas, including our new relationship with you know, nation to nation, our Indigenous people. So I'm glad to see that, you know, we were able to come together and utilize this. So we are looking not only, as I sat at National Aboriginal Day this past week with the Prime Minister, and we've changed that name to Indigenous Peoples Day. We've changed the name of the Prime Minister's building to the Prime Minister and Privy Council for the Lajine, who was involved in the residential schools. And we also have given the former U.S. Embassy, right across from Parliament Building for use for all Indigenous peoples. So in that speech, and I'm reminded that what the Prime Minister said, is he said, we're looking forward also to the next 150 years and our continued relationship with Canada's Indigenous people. So I'm proud here today to stand here and to announce $100,000 investment for this area, for the Ojibway Park. And it's going to be used for really important things like improving the existing shower house and the pavilion, and expanding the boardwalk that connects it to the neighboring nature trails. So I see the walkers here, so it's appropriate that you're here because it's going to be even better. And the camping industry has become a major tourism boom. We've seen really big improvements here and at different trailer parks. So this money will be well used to boost tourism, but also serve the community here as well. And when reading about the history of this place, I was really interested to note that it was in the 50s that it was the women and the children used to come here to collect the traditional medicines that were used. And then it was opened up in the 60s and, you know, went along. But again, I commend the chief and the council for their vision and the improvements that are making, because this certainly is a jewel in the riding. So again, chief, everyone else, thank you very much and congratulations, and I'm proud to announce a $100,000 investment for Garden River First Nation and the Ojibway Park. Thank you. Thank you.
Miigwech Terry, and miigwech to our funders for that generous donation to help us continue to move our infrastructure forward, the success of this park for our community and for all those to share. So we mean that when I say, I remember Terry referenced when we met with him in Ottawa, and Caroline Barry here, one of our councillors here, we were welcomed by Terry into his office, and I think you were still unpacking at the time. Yeah. So it meant a lot to us, and you've been a friend and supporter of us. So I say miigwech to you for that continued success. Thanks, Terry. At this point, I want to welcome up Franco Pistori. He's our principal architect that works on this project. So Franco, if you come up please and say some kind words for us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Chief. I'm really happy to be here. Excited about this project moving forward. We've been on this project for a number of years, back since 2014 when we began to think about and invest time in conceiving, I guess, what the redevelopment of Ojibway Park means and what it should be moving forward. So Chief Surratt had a good introduction where he talked about the history of this park. Very important park to the community and at large within Sault Ste. Marie and within a larger marketplace as well as a recreational park. I used to come here, frequent here as a child, and it was a great experience, and we're really happy to see that the Garden River First Nation community plan included strategy to reinvest and reinvigorate this campground and really thought about it as being an important cultural asset for the community as well as a recreational asset for not only the community, Ojibway First Nation, but also the general public at large. And I gather that there are still lots of people that use this park that aren't specifically from this community. So we recognize that, and we were retained to really develop a master plan and a feasibility study to think about how this park can be redeveloped in a sustainable way, both economically and also environmentally sustainable moving into the future. So, and so we looked at, you know, what we felt that what makes this park unique is the cultural aspect of it. It makes it different from any other campground anywhere in Ontario because it's an opportunity to expose your culture, First Nations culture, to the general public at large, but also to celebrate your culture within the community. It's a great place for coming together. So the master plan looks at basically capitalizing on those opportunities. What we have developed is a master plan that has 3 stages to it, because being a sustainable development, economically sustainable development, it needs to move forward in small steps so that it can remain economically sustainable. So it needs to grow as a business, but also needs to look into the future far beyond just the next few years. So I guess, Terry, we're putting you on notice that there are lots of phases to this project, and we will require a lot of help, particularly from any funding source available. So it's a very important project to the community. So just to talk a little bit about the 3 stages, phase 1 is a year 1 to 5 plan, and it's intended to enhance this as a campground. In other words, to maximize as much as possible the ability to become the best campground that it could be, to gain market share within that economic opportunity. So it's really about infrastructure. It's about, as you read, it's about improving the trails. It's about improving shower houses, adding shower houses and washroom facilities. It's about adding campsites. There's 58 new campsites intended to be implemented as part of stage 1. It's about creating a new dump station as well, and a new gatehouse that has a new store associated with it for servicing, I guess, or accommodating the campers that are here. The second stage is really to transform this park into an all-seasons type of park by adding more infrastructure, more pavilions, winterized pavilions like a lodge, teaching and learning areas, indoor and outdoor, and to allow it to become more of a community hub as well as a recreational resort. Finally, the last stage is 10 to 15 years, and that's to allow or accommodate ancillary businesses within Garden River First Nation to set up small businesses within buildings that potentially could be funded by Ojibway Park and leased out by these businesses to rent sporting goods, to rent canoes, to do tours within the community out into the nature trails, and even a trading post and to sell arts and crafts from Ojibway culture. So it's really to allow the economic growth of Ojibway Park to touch the community at large. So that's the roadmap and that's the master plan, and we think it's a very responsible plan that gets them one step at a time to a final successful park. And we thank you for the funding you've announced, and look forward to future funding as well. So.
Miigwech, thanks, Franco. It's certainly exciting to have you work alongside our ERCD staff and share your vision that's going to help us achieve the goals that we've set. And it's exciting to see the development of this park continue to grow, and your oversight and assistance with us is very much appreciated. And as mentioned, we certainly, I envision a few more years down the road, and it's exciting to see what else is going to continue to develop here. And Terry, of course, if we could get more funding, that would be great. So that'll assist us greatly.
I plan on being around for a while.
All right, thanks. I hope you are too. Thanks, Terry. So with that, folks, I just wanted to say miigwech to each and every one of you for coming out today and being here to witness this this beautiful day and this event, this historic event, and this funding agreement here. Certainly, we're excited, and we hope to continue that good working relationship and partnership with everybody involved, all our stakeholders. So with that, I just want to say thank you to everybody for coming today. Let's have a round of applause. I think what